I originally went to Dr. Hoover because I switched insurance and she was the primary doctor. I did not know what to expect, so I said, let me just try it. And I went ahead and went to her office. And I really liked the way, her secretaries, receptionist treated me. So when I first met Dr. Hoover, I was very impressed because she's a no-nonsense doctor. She will come in, introduce herself, and ask you what your symptoms are, and she's immediately can detect what is wrong with you.
She knows your background all the time. Before she even looks at your chart, she already knows who you are. She knows what she's seen you for before. So she comes in already with a mental picture of who you are and what you need. She checks the chart for any new things, and so it makes it easier to transition. Okay, well, this is my problem and this is my new problem. Is it related to my old problem, or is it a new problem? And she's always on top of things.
She knows exactly how to treat you, and then she prescribes the exact medications that you need to take care of that symptom. So that's a good thing too, because a lot of doctors kind of, it's a hit or miss. They'll prescribe some medications that don't agree with you. With her, everything is a hit.
A few months ago, I had a pain that I thought was one problem, and it was on the weekend. Dr. Hoover's office wasn't open, so I wound up in urgent care. They really didn't help. I wound up in the emergency room later that night. What I thought was one thing turned out to be kidney stones. So it was totally different than what I thought. And I wound up being admitted and there for 3 days, which was not a pleasant experience. Nobody likes to be admitted in the hospital. So I wound up going home. I was fine. And then about a month later, I get the same pain again. So I said, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just headed to the emergency room. And when I was headed there, I realized, Dr. Hoover's office is open. I'm not gonna try not to get admitted again. I'm going to go to Dr. Hoover's office, and I think they can take care of me. They came in, they could tell I was in pain. They could see it in my face. They took care of me right away. They gave me a couple of shots, what I needed, and in no time I was feeling better. They did some exams. They did ultrasound, and like I said, they gave me the shots right after. They knew what it was, and I was feeling better. I went home, spent the day at home, and that was it. It wasn't a long, drawn-out admission and a lot of tests. They knew what it was, and they were able to take care of it really quickly.
She said to me, look, you have diabetes, you could end up blind, you can end up losing a limb. She explained it hardcore. She told me what was the worst thing that could happen to me. And then I took it as, what will my children, how would they feel if something like that happened to me? How good would I be for them? I mean, I wouldn't be available for them if I was blind or if I was missing a limb. And all that was very, very difficult for me to accept. And my downfall is pasta and bread. And that took a little longer, but since I knew I had to go see Dr. Hoover in 2 weeks, I really wanted to show her, look, I lost 2 pounds. And she would notice those things. She would look at my chart when I came in and would say, hey, you lost a few pounds here and there, So I'm like, hey, she really pays attention. So that sort of encouraged me. It gave me, the push to do better.
So when she sees you, you're going to be satisfied with the results. It's going to be a full exam. She's going to tell you exactly what the problem is. If you need any tests to follow up, whatever you need, she's going to take care of it for you right at the moment. And you're going to be happy when you walk out. You're going to be feeling better or on your way to feeling better when you walk out the door.
Every time I go to her, I feel very confident that she will definitely prescribe and find out what my symptoms are and prescribe what I need. Not only that, she goes, above and beyond. Like for example, I had diabetes, and it was very high. And she gave me her personal cell phone and said to me, send me, when you go ahead and prick your finger and find out what your calculations are or whatever, let me know every hour. I mean, what doctor does that? like text it to me. So I was impressed with that, and I was like, wow, she really does care, because that's how doctors usually show. Because some doctors would just come, check you out, and okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks and 3 weeks. But she really was concerned how high, my I guess my diabetes was, and she wanted to know if the medication she prescribed was able to work and bring it down like it should.
We've always come together. So unless there's a specific instance for something unique or emergency, we always come together. It's convenient. They see us both together at the same time, so it's very convenient, and she always remembers to ask the questions that I don't, and vice versa. So it helps a lot.
I'm one of those people that never likes to go to the doctors. And again, it was basically because I would always come out like either confused, or I had more questions that I wasn't given enough time to ask, or the explanations didn't make any sense. But with Dr. Hoover, she kind of completes all that. So I come out pretty good. So I don't mind coming back in a month or a couple of weeks later, where I never went to the doctors. And now it's very important. And I'll tell you why. I didn't go to the doctors for like over 6 years. I ended up going and found out I had breast cancer. And I had stage 3. I had no idea that it had gotten that far. I had no symptoms. I used to be a little tired, but heck, everybody's tired. You work so many hours, you have kids, you come home, all that. So you chuck it off to, oh, this is because I've been working too hard. And I found out that I had breast cancer. I had to get my surgery. I had chemo, I had radiation. And thank God today I'm doing great. And I've survived. This was over 7 years ago. And I'm doing very well, but it's very important. Now I do not wait. I do go get my yearly physical like I should. And I do follow up if I have to go back in a month or in 2 weeks. I do that because it's very important. Because if I would have waited like a year more, I wouldn't be here today.
When I was younger, I didn't go to the doctor too often. I always waited till something was extreme. I was in pain, or something was really bad. So without realizing it, I was putting up with issues that I really didn't need to. As I got older, I got wiser, and I realized regular visits to the doctor really do help. The doctor gets to know you better, gets to know you personally, and is able to take care of your problems. So you don't have to live with pains or symptoms that they can take care of, and it just goes away.
My experience has been, like I said, I am very grateful, and it has changed my life tremendously, all for the good. And I feel much better. I feel healthier. I am healthier. And, I owe that to her. I wanted to be very grateful, because not until she came around did I take my illnesses as serious.
My wife has had several health issues. The worst, or I think the worst, was breast cancer. And thankfully she was able to get through that.
I like to go to Dr. Hoover because everything is available there. And I'm looking forward to her new building because it's a one-stop shop. Like, for example, if I go to her and she says, I need an x-ray, I don't have to go and make an appointment outside of her office, wait a week, wait 2 weeks, and then wait until they send her the results. She'll have an x-ray department. Just like right now, she has a lab. She says, I need blood work. You just go, and there it is. There's the girl, and they're very nice, and they're also very professional. I don't have to think, oh my God, I have to go now, so get a sonogram, wait another week, wait 2 weeks, I'm worried. And it kind of builds up in your mind, and you're all upset. This is kind of, you go there, you come out, and you're feeling like a brand new person.